Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Before we start our lesson, let us recite 5 surah. The first one, Surah Al-Fatihah. The second one, Surah Toha ayat 1 hingga 5. And then Surah Al-Inshirah, Surah Quraish, and Surah Al-Ikhlas by 3 times. After that, selawat ke atas Rasulullah SAW selama 2 minit. Dan kita niatkan selawat kita ni yang pertama untuk memenuhi perintah Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala, kedua untuk memenuhi hak Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, dan yang ketiga untuk mendapat syafaat Rasulullah di akhirat kelak. Dan kita niatkan juga segala bacaan hafalan surah kita ni dan selawat kita ni untuk kedua orang tua dan seluruh umat Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Kemudian doa sebelum belajar. Semoga dengan amalan ini akan membuka pintu hati para pelajar untuk mencintai ilmu dan mendapat ilmu yang berkah. Amin.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم
الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم طه ما أنزلنا عليك القرآن لتشقى إلا تذكرة لمن يخشى تنزيلا ممن خلق الأرض والسماوات العلى الرحمن على العرش استوى. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ألم نشرح لك صدرك ووضعنا عنك وزرك الذي أنقض ظهرك ورفعنا لك ذكرك فإن مع العسر يسرا إن مع العسر يسرا فإذا فرغت فانصب وإلى ربك فارغب. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم لإيلاف قريش إيلافهم رحلة الشتاء والصيف فليعبدوا رب هذا البيت الذي أطعمهم من جوع وآمنهم من خوف. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد.
اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد. 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 محمد اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل 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 محمد
Doa sebelum belajar. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Allahumma aftah alaina hikmataka wanshur alaina min hazaini rahmatika ya arhamar rahimin. Ya Allah, bukakanlah ke atas kami hikmat-hikmat-Mu dan limpahilah ke atas kami khazanah rahmat-Mu. Wahai yang maha pemurah lagi maha penyayang.
Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Ya Rabbku, lapangkanlah untukku dadaku dan mudahkanlah untukku urusanku dan lepaskanlah kekakuan dari lidahku, supaya mereka mengerti perkataanku.
Amin.
Amin, amin, amin. Ya Rabbal Alamin. In this session, we will discuss about solving simple linear equation. So can you please get ready with your notes, page 46, 47, and your worksheet, page 42. Our learning objectives for this lesson: you should be able to first solve simple linear equation. It's about involving rational coefficient and constants, unknown on one side only. And the second one, solve simple linear equation involving integer coefficient and constant, unknown on one or both sides. And both of it arise from practical situation. Alright? To ask the steps to success, how are we going to achieve our objectives? First, find the value of the variable that make the two sides of the equation equal. The second one, represent practical situation with linear equation and solve. So here means that you extract information from the statement, practical situation statement, and then construct linear equation and then solve it. Okay? And now, what is actually the goal of solving linear equation? The goal is to find the value of the variable that will make the statement bracket equation true. So here your target is you need to find the value for the variable. Okay, and when we talk about solving means your answer should be in value. Alright? And when solving an equation, the variables are eliminated to reveal a true statement such as negative 13 equal to negative 13. Then the solution is all real numbers. Okay, whatever it is, you just focus to find the value of the variable. Okay, That will be your goal for solving linear equation. Now, let us start with example 3a for u equal to 10. Okay, I will give you 1 minute to try, so 1 minute from now. Okay, now let us discuss these questions for u equal to 10. So we need to remove that 4 from u. Okay, so when we remove 4 on the u side, so you need to also remove 4 from the other side. So how are you going to remove 4 from u side? We divide both sides by 4. Okay, you cancel out like this and you simplify, then you should get u equal to 5 out of 2. And make sure always give your answer in mixed number. Therefore, your final answer should be 2 half. Okay, 2 1 out of 2. This will be your final answer. Next, part B, 3 minus y equal to 5. Okay, 3 minus y equal to 5. So 1 minute from now. Okay. So 3 minus y equal to 5. So here we need to remove this 3 and we need to remove this negative in front of y. Okay, first we move that 3 first. Right? So we remove the 3. Therefore, it should be negative y equal to 5 minus 3. By now, you should know why I put negative 3 here. Okay? But if you're still confused, you can ask. And then I have negative y equal to 2. And still we need to remove this negative from y side. We need to make sure that y to be in positive value. So it's just simply like this. Okay, y equal to negative 2. And the working is we divide both sides by negative 1 like this. Okay, divide both sides by negative 1 like this. So we cancel out that negative from y side, so y become positive, and here become negative 2. Alright? Next, let's see v out of 6 equal to negative 1, 1 out of 3. Now, I will give you 1 minute to try. So please try by yourself. Okay? Okay. Now, the first step that you need to do is you need to change this mixed number into improper fraction. So you should get this, and I put that negative to the numerator so that it's easy for us to proceed with the workings. So when you see equal sign here, so you need to do the cross multiplication. Okay, you do the cross multiplication, and then it should be like this. So v times 3 becomes 3v, 6 times negative 4 become negative 24. And as usual, whatever that be on the v side, on the variable side, you need to remove. So I will remove this 3. So I will divide both sides by 3, and then you simplify, you should get negative 8. Right? Now, proceed with example 3D. Negative a out of 8 equal to 1 out of 4. I will give you 1 minute to try. Okay, now in here I put that negative to the numerator. So repeat the same thing. We have equal sign, so do cross multiplication. Negative a times 4 will become negative 4a equal to 8 times 1 become 8. Remove the negative 4 from a side, so divide both sides by negative 4. Cancel out this one. Cancel out, done. So simplified 4 and 8 and 4, and you should get a equal to negative 2, right? Now, proceed with example 3e. V minus 5 equal to 3 bracket 15 minus 8v. And as you can see here in this equation, it involves bracket. So you need to remove that bracket. Use your distributive law. Alright, use your distributive law. That will be your very first step. Okay, now I will let you to try first these questions. So I will give you 2 minutes. Alright, 2 minutes from now. 1 minute left. Okay, now the first step, you expand the bracket by using distributive law. So you will get v minus 5 equal to 45. How I got 45 is 15 times with 3. Okay, so minus 3 times 8v become 24v. Alright, and now you put the subject on your left hand side. Okay, what I mean with subject is the variable. Okay, you put the subject, the variable, on the left hand side. Therefore, you need to remove this negative 24b on your right hand side. So, when you remove this negative 24b, so it will become b plus 24b, v. Okay, and then on your left hand side, we have negative 5. Alright, here we have negative 5, so we need to remove this negative 5 from the v side, from the left hand side. Okay, so when we remove, we plus with 5. That is how you got plus 40 plus 5 here. Alright, and then you simplify, you will get 25v equal to 50. Remove this 25 from the v side, so both of them you divide by 25 like this. Okay, both of them you divide by 25, and then the v will be 2. The answer for v will be 2. Okay, next example 3f. As you can see here, we have brackets on both sides, left and right, and repeat the same method. You use the distributive law. You remove the bracket. You proceed with the same step like previous examples. And I will let you try this question first, so 2 minutes from now. One minute left. Okay, now let us discuss the answer. You expand the bracket by using the distributive law, and you should get 12u minus 10 equal to 15u plus 24, and make the subject on the left hand side. Again, when I said subject, that means the variable u. Okay, so 12u minus 15u. By now you should know how I got this negative 15u, and here plus 4. Okay, and then you will get negative 3u equal to 34. Remove this negative 3 from u side, so divide both sides by negative 3. Alright, and here you got 34 out of negative 3. And then don't leave your answer like this. Change it into mixed number and put that minus at the middle like this. Therefore, your final answer will be negative 11 1/3. Okay. Now, example 3G, again with double bracket on both sides. Repeat the same thing. Be careful with your calculation, and I give you 2 minutes to try. One minute left. Okay, now repeat the same thing. Use your distributive law. You expand, and you should get 20x minus 8 equal to 12x plus 42. Okay, put your variables on left hand side, so you should get this. Alright, and then you simplify, you will get 8x equal to 50. Remove that 8 from x, so divide both sides by 8, and don't leave your answer be in improper fraction. Change it into mixed number, and you should get 6 1 out of 4. Proceed with example 3H. And in this equation, you can see that both brackets are in your right hand side. Okay, so you need to simplify first your right hand side, and then you proceed with the same step like the previous examples. Okay, so can you please try first? 2 minutes from now. 1 minute left. Okay, now you expand first for x plus 3, and remember, in front of this bracket, although we don't see any value, but it is always 1. Okay, it always 1, so you expand and you should get 4x plus 12. 4 times 3 is 12 plus 1 times x is x, so be careful the sign here. Okay, be careful with the sign here. So here we have plus and we have minus. So when plus meet with minus become minus. Okay, that is how you got negative here. And then you simplify your right hand side first, collecting like terms, and then you should get 5x plus 10. And then put your variable on your left hand side. So you should get this. Okay, now instead of removing 5x here, I'm remove the negative 5x here. Okay, and then 11 stay, and I remove this plus 10. Okay, then you should get 10x equal to 1, remove that 10, so x equal to 1 out of 10. Next, example 4. In this example 4, you are given diagram. So input multiply by 4 and then minus with 15 will give you output. When we say that it is output, that means it is the result, okay? And the result will always be equal to here. Okay, now work out the output when the input is 10. So how are you going to solve these questions? Now I will give you 2 minutes to try. One minute left. Okay, now you substitute that 10 into that input like this. So 10 times 4 minus 15 equal to y. And then by referring to your order of operation, we multiply first. So 10 times 4 will give you 40 minus 15 and your y should be 25. Therefore, your answer is 25. Okay? Moving on with part B. Work out the input when the output is 25. In these questions, the output is given. So how are you going to solve and find the input? Alright? So 2 minutes from now. One minute left. Okay, now you substitute that 25 on the output. And as I mentioned earlier, output is always the result. So in front of it must be equal sign. Okay, in front of here should be equal sign. And then you should get this. And for the input, I will represent B for it. Okay, I will represent B as the input. You can choose any alphabet to represent that input. So B times 4 minus 15 will give you 25. And be careful here. Remember 4 is the coefficient, so write as 4b, not b4. Alright. 4b minus 15 equal to 25. I remove this negative 15 and you should get 25 plus 15. And then you simplify, you will get 40. 4b equal to 40. Remove that 4 on the b side. So b equal to 40 out of 4 equal to 10. Therefore, your input is 10. Example 4c, write an expression for the output if the input is y. And here the question asks you about expression. So recall your algebra expression. And remember the key for algebra expression is it has no equal sign. Okay, you try first 2 minutes from now. 1 minute left. Okay, now your you substitute the y into input. Okay, then y times 4 minus 15, and the result will be the output. But here we just want the expression, so simplify this one, so 4y minus 15, and then that will be your final answer. The answer is 4y minus 15. Next, example 4D. If the input is the same as the output, work out the input. Now, here, if you represent X for your input, so you need to represent that X also for your output. Okay, whatever the variable you put inside this equation, input and output must use the same variable. Okay, and that will be the hint for you to solve this equation. So try first 2 minutes from now. One minute left. Okay, now I will represent G for input and output. So express your equation. G times 4 minus 15 will equal to G. So you simplify, become 4G minus 15 equal to G. Since we have like terms here, so I will put like this. Okay, now why we have 15 here? Why we have 15 here? Because we remove this negative 15 from the left hand side. Okay, so you simplify, you will get 3g equal to 15, and you simplify, your g will be 15, 15 out of 3, and your g will be 5. Okay, that will be your final answer. Proceed with example 5. 5a, write down an expression for the total number of marbles they have. Here we just need to write down the expression, okay? So we have Nicola, Y marbles, Sin has 25 marbles, Vicky has 10 marbles, so write down an expression for the total number of marbles they have, okay? So I give you 2 minutes to try. One minute left. Okay, now. So we add all of them, y plus 25 plus 10. Don't leave 25 and 10 like this, they are like terms, so you simplify. Therefore, your answer is y plus 35. Okay. Example 5b. Altogether, they have 55 marbles. So for part B, you need to find how many marbles Nicola has. And you can use expression from part A to find out the number of marbles that Nicola has. Okay. So 2 minutes from now. One minute left. Okay, now, so y plus 35 equal to 55. You remove the 35, become minus 35 here. 55 minus 35, so your y will be 20. Therefore, Nicola has 20 marbles. Okay. Example 6. Form an equation and solve to find x. So you have two tasks here. First, you need to form an equation and you need to solve, okay, to find the value of x. I will give you 2 minutes to try. 2 minutes from now. One minute left. Okay, now, as you can see here, this is an isosceles triangle. So if it is an isosceles triangle, angle B should be same as angle C. So angle B here also 3x plus 5. Okay. Now, when you add them all, the sum of angles in a triangle will be 180. Alright, you simplify your left hand side, collecting all like terms, and you should get 7x plus 40 equal to 180. And remove that 40 because we're going to solve to find x. So 7x equal to 140, remove that 7. So both of them you divide by 7 and x equal to 20. Therefore, the value of x is 20. Example 7. Camille is 3 times as old as his daughter. Their total age is 52 years. So you need to find Camille's age. Alright? It's quite simple. I will give you 2 minutes to try. 1 minute left. Okay, now his daughter is Kamil is 3 times as old as his daughter. So we represent y here. We represent y here, and then if his daughter is y, Kamil should be 3y. Okay, and their total is 52. So step 1, you need to add both of Kamil and his daughter's age, and then equal to 52. You find the unknown values. So for y equal to 52, remove that 4, so y equal to 52 divided by 4, and the value for y is 13. If the question asks you about his daughter, you can stop up to here, okay, because the daughter is y is equal to 13. But the question asks about Kamil's age, therefore you need to substitute whatever value that you got from here, you substitute to the 3y to get Kamil's age, okay? So 3 times 13, and Kamil's age is 39, okay? Now, the last questions before we stop, example 8. Jafar had equal number of 20 cents coin and 50 cents coin. Okay, if Jafar had a total of $8.40, how many coins of each kind did he has? You can use trial and error method. You can try to find out and make sure the number of 20 cents coin and that 50 cents coins are equal. Okay, now you try first. I give you 2 minutes. One minute left. Okay, now I will use trial and error method, and I will start with 20 cents coin first. And since we have 40 cents here, that means we have two 20 cents coin. Okay, like this. So I add with $1. So $1 we have 5 coins, 20 cent coin, and then I will balance it with 50 cents coin. So for $1 we have two 50 cents coin. So here we already have $3.40. So $2 for 50 cents coin and $1.40 for the 20 cents coin. Okay, and then we continue with 50 cents coin. So 50 cents coin here we already have 8, and 20 cents coin we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, 20 cents coin is 7 and 50 cents coin is 8. Okay, but we haven't achieved that $8.40, so continue. Okay, we add another $1 for 20 cents and $1 for 50 cents coin. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We miss with $1, so I will put at 50 cents coin to add 2 more. Okay, and then when you calculate for 20 cents coin and 50 cents coin, they have equal number values. Okay, so how many 20 cents coin? The answer is 12. And then how many 50 cents coin? The answer is also 12. Okay, so this will be the last part for our notes. Revise again this topic. It is very important. Okay, and as usual we recite doa. Thank you so much, and assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Doa selepas belajar. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Allahumma inni astaudi'uka ma 'allamtani fardudhu ilayya inda hajati ilaihi wala tansani ya rabbal alamin. Ya Allah, sesungguhnya aku menitipkan padamu ilmu-ilmu yang telah engkau ajarkan kepadaku, dan kembalikanlah kepadaku sewaktu aku memerlukannya kembali. Dan janganlah engkau lupakan aku kepada ilmu itu, wahai Tuhan yang memiliki semesta alam. Amin.